I was going to talk about when it's all coming to an end, like your mortality. Obviously, you go out with a Super Bowl, but you had the neck injury, you had the things going on physically to where you're throwing for like north of 50 touchdowns, you're around 40 touchdowns, and then that last year, you kind of know that it's your last year going out. Like, what was it like for you when that mortality started to set in? Like, damn, this game isn't forever, even though I've played what felt like forever.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just kind of know, at least for me, when certain throws that you used to always make, that you just don't make them anymore, and the ball's not going where it's supposed to, you just sort of kind of go, that's different, and so you sort of accept it, and so I think somewhere in my last season, I kind of knew it was going to be my last season, but Derek Jeter, I'm just on a name drop and roll here, boys.
Putting good names out there.
Announced his decision to retire before his last season, and he told me that he regretted that because the whole season was a tribute to Derek Jeter. And in a team sport, he said it got to the point where he was almost embarrassed by it because he was going to play in Milwaukee and they had a video and they were giving him gifts. And he's like, it was all about me, and the Yankees didn't have a winning season. And so he said, hey, if you ever know you're going to retire, announce it the day before, decide, and then announce it the next day and be done with it. Don't do it before the season. And so I always remembered that. And so I kind of knew halfway through that last season, this is probably going to be it, but you just don't want to say it because then it becomes kind of all about you. And we had a good thing going. And so we got to the Super Bowl, and of course they ask you right away at that game. You kind of want one moment just to enjoy that game. It was my 18th season, and I had a chance to win the Super Bowl. You want to sort of enjoy that night and not talk about you right away. So I tried to pivot and said, I'm just thinking about drinking a lot of Budweiser tonight. Everybody thought, oh, he's got this Bud. I had no relationship. You're not allowed to have at the time, a beer relationship as a current player. That's what I was going to do that night. I was going to drink a lot of beer. I was just trying to get him to stop asking me about retiring. And then Tony Dungy had told me, he said, even if just take one more month just to let it sink in. Don't make some emotional decision. You remember Dick Vermeil kind of won the Super Bowl, and he said, I'm retiring, and then he missed it, and he came back and coached the Chiefs. And so I took about a month, and then I decided in March that it was going to be it. I was thankful for the time I got to play. Most guys get injured. They oftentimes it's not their decision. They get retired. So to be able to do it on my terms, I was at peace with it, and I was thankful for the time that I got to play and the relationships that I made. I mean, the equipment manager for Tennessee picked me up today at the airport, right? I cherish my friendship with him. The equipment manager for the Colts texted me a picture of his grandchildren today. And so those are my greatest takeaways from my time playing. Not a game, not a throw, the friendships, as you guys know, with just your teammates, the coaches, the behind the scenes. The video director here at Tennessee for me is now the video director with the Broncos. And you talk about a guy that's broken more film down for me, and he and I are friends. So anyway, you don't get to play anymore, but you still have those relationships.
Is there not a better group in a franchise than the equipment guys?
No, the best.
The equipment guys are the number one cats everywhere we go.
I tell
the
players,
Titans guys, my boy Joey over there, all of them, dude.
I tell players, take care of those guys. I mean, they have what I call thankless jobs. I mean, people only come to them when they need something. Right. Hey, I need cleats. I need.
Hey, my loop wasn't in my locker.
Exactly. I said, so show appreciation. I don't know how y'all did your clubhouse dues or whatnot, but I was real big on, hey, take care of these guys because they love football and they want to win. So I still send my clubhouse dues.
Do you really?
To the Colts and the Broncos.
No shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're very
even
thankful.
Though I retired, and so I just because it's like they don't obviously they're not I'm not seeing them every day, but I'm just thankful for them for what they did for me.
What did you guys do? Flat rates, or did you do practice squad as this much, veterans or this that type of thing?
Yeah, we tried to kind of do it different ways. I didn't necessarily like sort of the public sign up list.
Right, to where they pass around, what are you
embarrass guys.
It was always Brett Kern for us who would sit in front of the team and be like, here's how it's going to go, and just kind of label it for everybody. This is where you're at, this is what you're putting in.
Yeah, which is fair, right? Because I think young players don't realize what these guys are doing.
100%.
Right? They're staying there at midnight washing socks and jock straps or whatnot. So, but it's a good tradition, and it's funny. I mean, today I talked to both those guys today, so great memories.